jump in and talk about the three components that you feel are important to someone that wants to sell in that high dollar range. Number one, work with an experienced realtor. What does that mean to you?
If you're going to be in that price category, you know, hey, there's a lot of good agents that come right out of licensing and do a fine job. But if they haven't worked the luxury market and don't have experience in the luxury market, they really don't have the wherewithal to give that client base good advice. But also buyers, educating the buyers, you know, when they step into that price range, it is so important to help them make a informed decision. You know, this is an asset that they're going to sell down the road. And I need to make sure that they're making a proper investment. You know, I can't afford a client to go out there and purchase $1 million and a half home and make a financial error. You know, we need to make sure that the investment is sound, the investment is wise.
What does tailored marketing plan mean to you?
Well, you know, a lot of agents in our industry think putting the home in the MLS and putting up a fancy sign is enough to get a luxury home sold. They'll list the property and hope that the other luxury brokers in the market will sell it. But you've got to network with those brokers. You've got to offer that high-end client something that they're not going to get from an agent that's used to working, you know, say a $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 market. You can't be afraid as a luxury broker to spend money to make money.
Absolutely.
I've got a huge advertising budget. I'm one of the top agents in the market for Zillow.com, as a matter of fact. Love it or hate the site, it is the most popular third-party website for real estate in the entire world, not just the United States. I own a large percentage of market share in every zip code in South Charlotte for Zillow.com. I spend a fortune on it, but you know what? It pays off for my sellers. Their home is highlighted on page 1 of Zillow, whether you're in 28210, 211, 226, 2270, you know, every South Charlotte zip code, I've got you covered. There's you know, high-def photography, for instance. You know, a lot of agents still go out and try to take their own pictures. I have a professional photographer that I've worked with now for 12 or 13 years. She does a remarkable job. High-quality virtual tours. For my $1 million plus homes, even some less than that, I am using drone technology now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So you got a golf course home, right? And you've got the my company comes out, does the drone flyover, flies around the house, will fly across the street to the golf course, zoom in on the fairway, come back, and do a complete aerial go-around of the home, showing the pool, the spa, the whole bit. And you can actually bring that technology inside the house and actually kind of do a fly through the home to where you get a really, really smooth walking tour, if you will, a walking video tour of that home, highlighting all the advantages and finishes of that property.
And then I think the other component that we had discussed before being on the air today was making sure that the seller has a good understanding of what the comparable homes are selling for in the local marketplace.
That's correct. You know, every home seller wants the most money that they can get for their home. That's human nature, but a lot of them have visions of grandeur. You have to sit down with a homeowner like that and really look at the applicable comparables. Look through the photography. I mean, we can't take them into closed houses, Chris. Those properties have already closed, and you'll always get the argument, but mine has this, mine has that, etc. Well, yeah, but you got to drill down to these comparables. But you know what I do with some of my clients is not just the closed comparables that you have to look at. That's where you start. But you also have to look at the very current market. You know, some of those comps are 6 months, 9 months old, a year old, but we have to look at what we're competing with in the marketplace today.
Absolutely.
So here, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I've given you the sold comparables. We've looked at a projection on what it could list for, but let's get real. Let's go out and look at what's competing with our home right now in the marketplace. That is so important that they know what they're going to be competing with when their home goes to market.